In
Oh,
3,
oh
2,
shit.
1. You good?
Yep, I'm good.
Play. Dylan says the poster is doing the scream face pose. Yep.
It's a Scream, baby. Matthew Lillard was in that. I like the black and white or muted Warner Brothers logo up front. It's fun.
In the Columbia one.
Why isn't this on Max?
I don't know, actually.
Dark Castle Entertainment.
Yeah, so Castle, obviously named after William Castle. That really was a production company that existed only to make Castle remakes.
That's
Yeah,
probably
but
how
then
they
started doing other
started.
stuff. Yeah.
Because their movie before this was also was another Castle remake. It was House on Haunted Hill.
Yep.
It almost implies that they're making his movies darker than they were because it's the Dark Castle movie.
I mean, I'm sure that was part of the mission statement.
It was. Well, and then the next movie after this is Ghost Ship, which I think is an original film, but they keep this director. Oh my god. So right off the bat, they tell you, oh, the tone of this movie is going to be a little different.
This isn't a Final Destination movie, is it?
Whoa, this was
Just see the
produced
truck and I already
by
worry.
this is produced by Zemeckis.
Weird.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so Ghost Ship is an original picture.
I think this is the 13 Ghostbusters movie. Look at all this equipment they got.
Yeah, Dylan says the 13th ghost was the friend we made along the way. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's F. Murray Abraham.
The guy from that Star Trek movie?
Yeah. Famous Star Trek Insurrection star, F. Murray Abraham.
There's Shaggy.
So this is ostensibly the remake of 13 Ghosts, or as I like to call it, Matthew Lillard's audition tape for the role of Shaggy in Scooby-Doo. Because that's exactly what this performance is.
I love to see it.
Oh, Dylan Smithy says Zemeckis founded Dark Castle with Joel Silver.
Oh, interesting.
And he was a producer on Tales from the Crypt. Interesting. I
I
didn't
think
know that.
I think I knew that. Yeah, that he produced Tales from the Crypts. I think also with Joel Silver.
And you haven't seen that movie yet, have you? Demon Knight?
Nope. So gotta. I know John's favorite Tales from the Crypt movie is the third one for some reason.
Well, Jamaican Crypt Keeper is
It's his favorite character.
yeah.
So I said earlier in the previous commentary, I think for me, we've landed on now the definitive 13 Ghosts adaptation. It's just Mike Flanagan's The Haunting of Hill House, where you got a family stuck in a haunted house with very distinguishable ghosts running around. But also, this remake has a dead mom in the family and a psychic character who touches stuff to sense ghosts.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, these are the. I really did not think about those connections.
Flanagan's totally
What?
seen this movie, right?
Yeah, I would assume
I'm
so.
sure he's seen the original, but yeah, he's probably also seen this.
So this is one you wouldn't say give it to Flanagan because he already kind of did it.
And for me, he already did it. like John has said before, that Midnight Mass to him is like just the definitive Salem's Law adaptation. That's how I feel about with Haunting of
Right.
Hill House to these, or it's like, oh, that's just the approach I'd have. But Sam Raimi was mentioned earlier, and I would not be opposed to a Sam Raimi 13 Ghosts movie. That does sound like a fun match.
That sounds like a great time.
That sounds like the spooky, campy shit we want from the William Castle movie.
Dylan says, interesting that RZ had a hand in producing horror films, while at the same time he was directing The Polar Express. Well, that is a horror film.
I was gonna say that's not weird at all.
And
That movie's
also
horrifying.
he also does a horror movie around this time, What Lies Beneath, I think, or am I thinking of a different
Oh.
one? But there is, I think it's more of a thriller. But like he's done a couple of darker movies.
Didn't he direct?
It's one I still need to see.
Well, I actually don't know if this is technically a horror movie, but Death Becomes Her, which I hear is terrible, but I think he directed that.
That's more horror comedy. Honestly, more comedy than horror. I
Than
remember
horror,
it having.
yeah.
I remember liking parts of it. I also haven't seen it in a long time. I remember
I
Bruce
haven't
Willis
seen
being
it. I
very
know
funny
of
in that.
it.
Yeah, in 2000, Robert Zemeckis does What Lies Beneath, which is described as a supernatural horror thriller with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. I've heard mixed things about it, but I still need to watch it.
This one seems a lot more sci-fi heavy than the original.
Yes.
Dylan says Back to the Future Part 3 is his darkest film.
Seems like there's more of a focus on tech. Which, I mean, I guess that's
The
kind
original
of...
had the glasses.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a spiritual, like, successor to that in that way. I'm seeing the connections here.
So, Robert, I'll just ask you straight up: did you like this remake? That dead look that he's giving says a lot. It's okay to be wrong.
He's showing his hand too early.
I'll get to it. That bit's kind of fun. I don't know what's happening, but that's kind of fun. He got
It's the
eaten
ghosts.
by a car.
The original ends with a man being eaten by a bed.
Yeah.
All right, he was eaten by the bed. That's what. That's how we're choosing to interpret that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Well, we know how Robert feels.
The editing in this movie, John.
so
My God.
It's fine.
what year did this come out? 2001.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see it. I can see it.
I hope you like this. This is what you're
David wants to know
next
who's
90
your
minutes.
favorite ghost in the movie. I don't know.
If we gotta spend more time with any of them, I might have stronger opinions.
Daniel says he likes the creepy ghost in this, but prefers the Hills Have Eyes remake. I mean, they're two different things. I can't really compare them.
The
Robert,
makeup
you've
is
watched
good in this.
5 Saw movies that have the same editing, but this is the one that
No.
breaks you.
No. Okay, that took me a minute to adjust to, but that is a stylistic choice and used in very specific sequences. This is the entire movie.
That's used way less.
And it's always involving either a trap or at least Jigsaw is present.
From
Like, it's
memory,
used...
that editing is only when the ghosts show up, and it's just because they're going in and out.
They're in a lot of this movie, and that's not consistent. Fuck.
Jesus Christ! All right, okay, this is a Salem's Lot
This
situation
remake, you
that I'm
make him
actually here for.
angry.
This.
I mean,
Okay, so what I'll say is, when I was doing like a little bit of, I didn't do in-depth research, as you can tell from before we went live tonight, but what I did see, I did see some like out of context screenshots from this, and I was like, oh yeah, some of the ghosts in this actually look really cool, and yeah, and I was kind of like looking forward to watching this again. Now, as I'm seeing how it's edited, I have some memories flooding back of watching this before. I was like, oh, that's how it went.
If you're a fan of Event Horizon, I got some flashbacks to that.
I've never seen
All right.
that actually. I know that that movie has its fans.
It does. I will say I do like this opening credit sequence. This is actually really good.
Here's our
log
remake
cake.
family.
Yep. I also think that prologue was entirely pointless. The movie could have just started here. I know
No.
there's a twist later.
You need that. You need that. Introducing Rod Digga. What?
You know, that iconic actor.
Yeah.
No, you need that opening.
Agree to disagree.
So this is what I'm into tonight. This is what I'm in for.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicotero and Kurtzman.
Nicotero.
Yep. Like I said, there's some good makeup in this movie.
Well, and Kurtzman is the guy that directed Wishmaster.
Yeah, that was a good movie. And like I said, looking at this, like Googling it again before we went live, the ghosts in this movie do look really cool.
The makeup's good.
So I'm looking forward to getting there, but then I'm also not looking forward to how those scenes are going to be edited. We'll see. Hey, it's Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
He's the dad.
And he looks very sad. That's fun casting. You don't see him in a lot of these types of movies. I wish he got more to do.
No, in fact, it was funny when I remember when Monk first aired. I saw a commercial. I was like, "That's the guy from 13 Ghosts." What?
I think of him as the Galaxy Quest guy.
I think of him as Monk, even though I've never watched that show.
That is a show I do want to watch at some point.
That's one of those procedural shows that actually has a pretty good premise.
And here's the girl from American Pie.
Cool.
Oh, this kid's already worse than the original.
I mean, he's still smarter than the original kid.
Is he though?
He doesn't sound smarter. All right. I take that back.
You
I
are
don't wanna pick
bullying
on
a child.
Listen, he's older than me, probably.
Dylan says Event Horizon is good, but you had to be there for those test screenings. Too bad that cut was put into a cave in Transylvania.
I sympathize. I've heard that movie was just butchered in editing. And this is the scene where I go, oh, I am not gonna like these people.
Why? They're just having breakfast.
They're swearing in front of the child and acting like assholes.
I mean,
Did your
it's
parents not swear around you?
Not typically.
Depends on your household, I guess.
My parents swore up a storm around me.
And
yeah.
and like his tone just flips so quickly.
But also, Robert, it's not the Rob Zombie family. Like, it's not that bad so far.
Yeah, he's freaking out because Tony Shalhoub stepped on something and had an outburst.
I still don't like any of these people. I do like Tony Shalhoub. Like I said, he's fun casting.
Draven says it's Buffy from Scary Movie 1.
Oh, no.
Is that who that is?
Yeah. I think so. That's the same year, I think.
I also forgot that there was a character in that movie named Buffy.
For a minute, I did too, and I was like, what? No. Noah, the on the nose reference is Smallville's vampire episode. The head sorority vampire is named Buffy.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. At least, yeah, there's no vampires in Scary Movie.
Dylan Smithy says Kino Lorber just put Monk on Blu-ray. It wasn't already?
That's right, yeah. No, it wasn't. I think it was only on DVD for a long time.
This is
I'll just watch it on
like
Peacock. What, you have a problem with the video, Will?
I do. Like, am I watching Spy Kids? Like, what are we doing?
It's an
I don't.
eccentric guy that made a video, Will. Why are you nitpicking?
It's just so poorly put together.
Would you like me
I
to
don't
start
know.
going ding after every scene that you have a problem with?
Sure.
I don't know. This is a goofy 2000s movie.
It is
So
a
far.
goofy 2000s movie.
There's nothing quite egregious for me yet.
No, we're not there yet. Is this real? Like, again, these people are weird. No one's a real human in this movie.
That's not true. Tony Shalhoub is just a dad trying to keep it together after his wife died.
Well, he's not doing a good job at it.
That's kind of the movie.
Oh. Again, something The Haunting of Hill House will tackle a lot better than this movie does.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to compare this to a 9-hour Netflix miniseries
No,
that's
this
written by
movie-
somebody a lot more talented than anyone in this movie.
I like
correct.
that the video shuts down and it comes back like, oh wait, forgot something.
By the way,
the end of my will.
Also, this lawyer guy is on Teen Wolf, and he was on Arrow for a couple episodes.
no?
If I remember correctly, because it's been a minute, he is. Don't they do like the Royal Flush Gang in like season 1 of Arrow?
Yes.
I believe he is one of the gang members. That is J.R. Bourne. But no, you can kind of see all the like the stuff they're pulling from the original, right? You got the family, the lawyer, the
Yeah,
inherited house.
Yeah, the lawyer subplot we like weirdly speed run through. Like the whole first act of this movie.
I mean, he also gets the
weird.
best.
I will say
He does.
this lawyer, I can absolutely suspect to be a bad guy.
Well,
This guy's not
spoilers.
charming at all.
Spoilers. He gets the best death in the movie.
That is correct.
Alright, I gotta look for something real quick.
Oh no.
And again, I haven't seen it, but I've heard that Ghost Ship has a great death sequence that the movie peaks with. So this director has a brand.
All I remember about that movie is the opening scene. Oh, listen to the soundtrack.
Yep.
But also, like, after the last couple of early 2000s remakes that we've watched, this is better than those. You are not going to sit there and tell me that this is worse than The Haunting or The Fog.
There's no way this is worse.
Fog.
It is definitely better than The Fog.
No way that this is worse than The Fog.
I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm not gonna let my recency hate speak for me, but I think I owe Yondabot an apology. Because wow, does the Haunting remake look a lot better than this?
You are wrong, sir. That might be the worst take you've ever had.
Coming out with spicy takes tonight.
It's paced like a real movie. It doesn't have horrible editing.
This is at least a horror movie.
Yeah, this isn't a comedy trying to be a horror movie. This is a horror film.
But this isn't scary. Fuck you. This is laughable in different ways.
When you're like 10, it is.
For me, jury's out on whether or not it's a good horror movie, but it at least
The ghosts
resembles a
in
horror
this are
movie
at
more.
least scarier than anything in The Haunting.
There's more gore.
Hey, Matthew Lillard's back.
No, at
And we needed that opening scene as well, Robert, to establish Lillard so that he can show up here. It'd be weird if he just showed up here.
well, what are you talking about? He's a worker man. It's like you could have introduced him here and then have a twist where he's actually here for other
Yeah.
reasons and doing something
I'm with
else.
Robert on that. I
But
think
we
that would
already
have
have
played
a
better,
twist. We
actually.
don't need another one.
But so we're immediately suspicious to Lillard right now because we were introduced to him
Yeah,
in a different role.
this movie has a big protagonist problem where it can't
Oh, I don't
decide
agree
like
with that
whose
at all.
shoes we're supposed to be in. Okay, so what you think the dad's the protagonist?
The dad is clearly the protagonist. The emotional arc at the end is
Okay.
about him.
At the end, sure. I didn't know you loved this movie so much.
I don't either until you started nitpicking it.
I knew that, yeah. John's a
John?
big fan of this movie.
Dylan says
Shut
he
up,
just
kid.
looked up Dark Castle on Wikipedia, and man, they did some injustice with that new logo.
Oh. That's true.
I also didn't expect you to try to make the argument that The Haunting is better.
Eh?
Fucking dumpster fire of a movie. I mean, he's also
And this.
had half an hour longer than this. This wins by default of being shorter.
But it's so, oh god. And now there are a lot of parallels with the Haunting and their approach. They're both getting by on a lot of big, elaborate production design. I think the Haunting, at least from a production design standpoint, is more what I want this to be. I'll give this credit for being weird.
Yeah, so
Like,
Noah,
I'll give it
this is
points for
where the 40
creativity.
million went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember the house being pretty elaborate though. Now that I'm watching it again,
It
looks
I
cool.
I think there's a disconnect with how the characters react to this house and how like a normal person would, because this looks like a fucking nightmare, but like not in a good, creepy way. It's
I wouldn't
so
want to live here.
claustrophobic. I don't want to live. Yeah, it's so claustrophobic and weird and confusing. Like,
Daniel says you would prefer the Dawn of the Dead remake. Nobody here prefers the Dawn of the Dead remake. I think we all like it. It's not better than the original, if that's what you mean.
correct.
Oh yeah, that's Zack Snyder's best movie too.
I also hate, for the record, I hate the remake of The Haunting. By the end of that movie, it pisses me off. This just annoyed me more watching it. This was a miserable experience for me.
There's no way that this movie has anything as bad as it's about family.
It gets close.
Okay, we'll see.
Mr. Hyperbole over here.
Hyperbole?
Hyperbole.
Oh my god, it's James Rolfe.
I'm not gonna be able to unsee that. He's gonna take you back to the past.
And show you the movies that suck ass. No, how I felt watching this feels like the Haunting remake, but with like the terrible editing and shit like Event Horizon, where it's just butchered as shit with a lot of the gore and ghost stuff. Like that frantic editing is just awful. It makes the Saw ones look so much better.
That's not to my taste either. Because I got used to it in Saw because it's only like in specific scenes.
Yeah.
You mean kind of like in this movie when it's only specifically in the scenes with the ghosts?
It'll kick in, but that opening, I think Noah's on the same page. Oh God, what are we doing? It's so bad.
It didn't get off on the right foot with me. Yeah, I also I think I would find this really cool as like a theme park attraction. Would I want to sleep in this house? No.
No.
Daniel's saying good horror film, Sinners. Yes, we love Sinners.
Sinners is so good. I think he mentioned that movie Popcorn earlier. That's kind of an
Oh
obscure one that
yeah.
we reviewed that. That was good.
I don't even remember much of it now, other than just I liked it, and I was like, I could not have predicted that this was what this movie was.
Yeah,
I
that
don't think
movie's
I've
a
heard of
lot of
that.
fun. It's a cool like low budget horror movie that's set in a theater. And they play a lot with the gimmick of that.
Dylan says if it's past 5:40 p.m., then it isn't James Rolfe.
I understood that reference.
I don't watch enough Angry Video Game Nerd to.
Matthew Lillard's gonna freak out about how he has to get going now.
Yeah, so we keep the subplot of people here just looking for money, but it's such a I don't even know why we bothered keeping it. Oh god.
Yep. So
The
he's
movie
starting.
flashes. Robert's like, "Ah, God."
Yep.
At least give
Also,
us a seizure warning.
right? No, this movie needs that bad. I know that I don't know if you guys knew this. James Gunn actually does some uncredited passes at the script. And I
Oh,
think a lot of the
interesting.
jokes that
Oh,
actually work are probably his.
I did not know
Um,
that. That's
I didn't
interesting.
know that either. Pazuzu.
aren't you scared?
Robert, it's
I,
like The Exorcist when you see Pazuzu for a brief second. This
Well,
movie's like The
this is
Exorcist.
yeah,
no,
this is
this
like
movie
The
has a
Exorcist, but better.
this movie has a try hard attitude about it that I'm really not vibing with. Like it thinks it's really edgy and scary, but it's just kind of embarrassing. At least how it's edited.
I think I get what you're saying, but I think that was just more a product of the era, though, than
Mhm.
trying to be like try hard.
Yeah, but I think
Like,
Saw looks like a masterpiece compared to this, and I have issues with that movie.
but I think it was just
On an
influenced by that
editing level, I
aspect of
am not
Saw.
seeing like any difference.
What?
It's the same style of editing. It's used the exact same way.
No.
Okay.
So
And Saw took me a minute to adjust to as well. But
I
here
think
it just gets worse and worse.
I think what I'll also say, and part of the reason why I'm more okay with it in Saw is because that's not really a supernatural thing, and I understand what's practically
My
happening
god.
in the scene.
Right.
In this we're dealing with ghosts that
This and okay,
And it's them
appear and
popping in and
disappear.
out like a ghost
but
would.
the idea is he's wearing the goggles, so we the audience are seeing the ghosts, and he's seeing ghosts. Why are we doing the jittery jumping in and out editing shit? Like,
I mean,
just
I
let
could.
him see the ghosts.
But to reiterate, we didn't see much of it because it kept cutting.
Right.
But what we did see of the ghosts looked pretty cool.
Yep. And once again, the dad is an idiot.
Why?
So they kept that consistent. He
Because
is
he's.
not asking nearly enough questions, and he's way too quick to sign this shit. And I was like, oh, okay. But again, Matthew Lillard, every time he's on screen, he is doing his best. I love watching
It's
him
just
perform.
Stu at the end of Scream freaking out.
No, this is like the halfway between Stu and Shaggy. Like he's getting there. And now we're learning about information that
Goats?
we already know.
He used to hunt goats.
Hey, remember when the dad told his family to stay put and not fuck around? And here they are fucking around. And I don't like them.
Robert thinks that
You-
kids always do what they're told in real life.
Oh, that'll come up later in this movie.
Like,
Again,
I don't know.
the movie is not endearing me to these characters.
I do feel like characters should have the freedom to be stupid, though, if that's
Oh,
the
sure.
point.
So you're
But
complaining
everyone
about
in
a
this
like
society.
5-year-old not obeying his parent.
But
I hate
also
to be
their
the
nanny,
bearer of
but their nanny or whoever is just as bad. That's the problem.
what's she
And
supposed to
she's
do? Pin
awful.
him down to the ground?
She could not be fucking around and going along with it.
So she should just let him
I-
go off on his own. Or she
No,
could
she
go
should
with him
watch
and
him
make
and-
sure he's okay.
I mean, ideally, yeah, she should be. I don't know if we're trying to, if there's a point to the characters being stupid other than it's a horror movie.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Well, that's the other
That's
thing.
more what
It's
it
a
is.
horror movie. Like,
This
And I
place is
under-
awesome. What? What?
and I understand, like, it's kind of a necessity to the genre.
Yeah.
Characters have to be stupid in horror movies. But I do kind of see what you're saying, where it gets to a point like, can we have some smart characters in here? This lawyer
he's
sucks.
freaking out.
He owed me a shitload of money. That sounded like that might have been a gun line.
Probably, yeah.
See, like, she's not just watching him, she's also fucking around.
See, everybody's wasting time with Gunn asking him about Batman and like the future of DC. Ask him about 13 Ghosts.
David says, I remember the DVD had a whole mockumentary on every ghost backstory. They must have been really banking on this becoming a franchise.
Oh, I'm not liking the negative color
Oh
filter here.
god, stop it. Matthew Lillard's acting his ass off though.
That's
Fine
that.
for the psychic visions. Whatever.
The movie needs to pick a lane.
And I think it also comes down to like aesthetic preferences too, and that's just not something I like to look at.
I mean,
Same.
I would rather see something else. I don't see it an issue as in terms of I know why they're doing it, and for what they're doing, it's fine. It could be better.
I don't think it is. If we were just doing the hyperactive editing for the psychic sequences, that would at least be consistent and have a very specific purpose and mood they're communicating. But when people are looking at ghosts with the goggles and it's doing the same fucking jittery editing for no reason, it's just annoying.
It's the same thing. It's when the supernatural comes in and out of the world.
And that's a lot of this fucking movie. Like, just god.
That guy looks cool. I'm just gonna keep saying that every time I see a ghost.
The makeup's good.
Yeah,
Again, it's
Nicotero does a great job.
I was thinking of and I don't know if that's what happened with this, but I was thinking of Event Horizon watching this. That movie has amazing gore that is then just butchered by the ratings board to get it down to an R, and that's why it has that frantic editing and just those quick snippets of the gory stuff. Is just to get it to an R. I don't know if that's what also happened with this movie, but that's the vibe I got. I didn't get aesthetic creative choice. This is just here's a snippet. Here's a snippet. It's like, stop it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And like I said, the production design's very imaginative. Like, I can see the money on screen. Like, it is creative,
Absolutely.
even if I would absolutely not want to live in this house.
I could see wanting to live here though if you lived in that like cramped apartment that they live in at the beginning.
I mean, it's at least a step up, but I think if I
It
spend
looks
enough
so
time in here,
claustrophobic.
yeah, I'm gonna get freaked out by this place at a certain point.
Yeah.
Well, but
And,
you
like-
wouldn't feel that right away if you lived in that like little apartment. And then you suddenly got a mansion. Your first thought would be, oh, this is an upgrade.
Yeah, but now I got all these doors that are closing on me. Like,
Surrounded by windows and
Well,
glass
yeah,
and
but
shit.
They didn't know that there was going to be all this shit when they they was like, "Oh, this is awesome."
But they're all acting like, "Oh, this is amazing! Like this is so cool!" Like, really? And it seems like this. I'm like,
Why
why
is
are
she
we doing the?
disappearing?
Why? Thank you.
She's got the glasses
Why?
on.
It's obnoxious. Like this just feels very try hard. But this kill's great. Best part of the movie.
Oh shit.
John is 100% right that this kill is amazing, even if the editing sucks. The gore here is fantastic.
Oh yeah, this is very reminiscent of the opening of Ghost Ship. I can totally see that.
Fatality. And again, kind of a weird, fun riff on Ben's death in the first movie where he's crushed by a bed. Here he's split in half by a door. I was like, okay.
Dylan
That's a fun
says Event
choice.
Horizon is basically the plotline to Doom. It's even directed by a video game adaptation director. Yep.
That's correct.
Yep. I think that was one of his first movies too. Or no,
I think it's his second or third.
To be fair to the family, or at least the dad, his love for this house fades within the first 5 minutes. His goal is just to get everyone out.
Well, yeah, now that he's heard the exposition about ghost shit. I think we hit this point too quickly. It's like, I don't know, can't we hang out here longer before? Oh god.
I forget, did Paul W.S. Anderson direct Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
That might be his directorial debut.
That's probably.
Tyler says, I've never seen Robert be so ruthless to a movie. Well, you know, he just really hates everything that's good.
Check out.
Go watch our Salem's Lot commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
So this on paper is a creepy scene. I like the idea of her ghost and like we the audience are seeing what this room used to look like and the ghost. It's the Shining lady in the bathtub. We're doing that, but we're interrupting it, and there's a lot of annoying jumping back and forth between subplots where we're not just letting a scene breathe. Oh, and there's that CGI.
I will say I am having a hard time keeping track of like who's doing what's where right now.
Like this is on paper a really creepy scene, and why are we interrupting it? And it's also remember The Shining.
Oh, but she doesn't see all of that.
It's also a little bit of Remember It. Although I don't know if the miniseries does the.
Do you remember it?
The miniseries, it has to tone it down, like the Shining miniseries. Like both have to really tone it down.
Yeah, because remember Noah in the 2017 movie, there's that scene where the bathroom is like covered in blood, but the dad can't see it.
Yeah. I gotta watch that again.
Oh, I was thinking of when the one guy dies, and he writes like Pennywise's back on the wall or something. That's what I was thinking of.
I was just thinking of the bathroom where
Chapter 2
sink explodes.
Ew. Also, who dips their face in bathwater? Like that's just a weird choice. This bathroom's unbelievable. Why? Like, what is so interesting about this bathroom?
Because she lived in a shitty apartment that probably had a bathroom.
No, but she lived in a normal house before that.
I will say though, I don't think the style of editing was as obnoxious in that particular scene because it wasn't rapidly cutting back and forth.
Right. No, it's not the worst thing ever. I just wish we weren't interrupting it.
So, Robert, when you upgrade, say you lived in an apartment, you had a bathroom maybe this big, and then you go to a house that has a bathroom twice its size, do you go, oh, this is nice, but the house that I lived in 2 houses ago was better?
But that's her the whole scene, like, this house is amazing, and I'm like, it's not how I'd react to it. We're just not going to agree on this. I think this house makes me anxious. And why are we doing the fuck?
It's The Shining.
So again, we brought the ghost viewers back. I appreciate that, but why are the ghosts flickering in and out? Like, why do we need the obnoxious
I
editing?
mean, I
Just
could
No,
ask
let
them
yeah,
me see them.
why do they
if they're
flicker in and
wearing
out in
the
the original?
glasses, he should be able to see them.
That's a weird line from a
The
father.
kid.
I have to find the kid.
As soon as I find that guy, whoever's child that is.
Uh-oh, we're stuck.
Oh, come on, Monk.
You can do better, Tony Shalhoub. Also, the movie is weird how it like goes back and forth with Matthew Lillard's character, where sometimes they want you to like him and sometimes they guy, but it's Matthew Lillard. I'm inherently liking him, and it's gonna try to give him his comeuppance later. I'm like, fuck you, he's the most likable character in the movie.
I forgot where it goes with him, and I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't kill him off early in this movie.
It doesn't happen early.
It doesn't happen early, but he gets the big self-sacrifice.
Okay, so that's interesting because Robert just
Well, okay, it
described
is a
it as
self-sacrifice.
getting comeuppance. Yeah.
But they also play it like he had it coming because he worked with the guy is responsible.
Okay.
Oh, that's
They
not how I
play it
read that
both
at
ways.
all. The
I guess we can
ghost,
talk. We can
he
talk about it when we
feels
get
that
there.
way because he's talking to the ghost. I never got the sense that the movie was saying coming down on either way.
We'll get there when we get there.
By the way, Dylan says that next year's the 25th anniversary of this film.
Oh God.
Maybe
Yes,
we
I
should
do
have waited a
feel-
year.
Javen, didn't the Hellraiser remake pretty much have the same plot as this movie? No.
I haven't seen it. And like I said, I am surprised that this carries over as many like characters and plot points from the original as it does.
Yeah.
Spooky hallway scare me. Yeah, you see that? Like, this is just The Shining, except he's got a scooter instead of a big wheel.
Yep.
You know what this movie needs, along with
More-
Matthew Lillard,
More
is
exposition.
someone else to come in and expo dump, and I think Dan Aykroyd would be the perfect person for that.
I'd watch
I can
that.
believe whoever wrote this movie drank a lot of Crystal Head vodka.
Hell yeah.
Dylan says, I
That
can't believe
tracks.
Matthew Lillard dies and is revived by a kiss from Monk.
Oh, stop it.
Oh my god. It's the bent neck lady.
It is the bent neck lady.
All right, I'm calling it. This is where Flanagan got his inspiration for the bent neck lady.
But Noah, wouldn't those ghost scenes be so much scarier if they were hyperactive and jumbled and
Oh yeah.
had lots of quick like this shit? Wouldn't that be so much scarier?
Imagine the end of the bent neck lady episode where you just see her like going through time, but it's edited like this.
That would
Except
improve
the
that show, honestly. Yeah. But earlier, John was like, "Oh, well, this is trying to be scary, therefore it's better." I'm like, but it's failing so spectacularly. It's so stupid. I don't think it's succeeding at
what it's going for. Like, I don't know what's worse. Like, The Haunting trades in tragedy and pathos for sentimental bullshit, and this is. I don't know what this is going for, but there's a
See,
try-hard attitude about it that I find
I
annoying.
don't think it's failing at every aspect, though. I think the thing that is really hurting it is the editing.
Well, 1000%. Like, that is the worst thing about this movie.
On a horror level, like the makeup effects, I think are more horror-y than anything in the Haunting remake.
Well,
I
Robert
think
just really thinks those like crappy projections on the screen are the scariest thing ever.
I prefer them over this movie. But like the set design, like that's like this movie's also so goofy, which isn't inherently a problem, but
no.
it, I think there's a tone
I think
issue.
you were misreading. I think you were misreading early 2000s filmmaking for trying too hard. This isn't any different than other horror movies coming out at the time.
I disagree. I think the Texas Chainsaw remake is way more active than it. Also has like those goofy elements, but
Texas Chainsaw also arguably broke the mold and brought back the traditional structure to horror films.
But I think you're just making excuses for this because, well, that's what we were doing, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but that's how you can explain away a lot of bad trends in Hollywood, I feel.
So are we just supposed to say every movie that came out from this year to this year is bad because it does a thing you don't like?
No.
No.
So then why is it a problem here when it's not a problem elsewhere?
I've whenever we watch a movie that has like that slow motion, we call it out and complain about it.
Sorry, you went has
you
that
cut out.
motion.
Like no, and this movie does it too, but when you have like the low frame rate slow motion bullshit we were doing in the 2000s, whenever we see that, we call it out and say we don't like it. I'm not picking and choosing. There are lots of movies I like that have elements I don't, whether it was trendy at the time or not.
And are you talking about speed ramping like in Zack Snyder movies?
No. It's the I don't know. Peter Jackson's King Kong does it a lot, and I like that movie. But like that weird looking slow motion, there's some bits of that in this movie.
Oh, just like low frame rate.
That's what I said. Low frame rate.
Oh, okay.
Motion.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
And that's just one example. That's just one example. But just because the thing's trendy or do it like doesn't mean I like it in movies I do like.
I see, and I think that specific effect can be used effectively.
Mm-hmm.
But I see what you're saying. Out.
And I do want to appreciate like the original 13 Ghosts being something very kitschy and cheesy for its time, and this being the 2000s version of that, of being something over the top and silly. Like I'm cool with that, but I could do without the obnoxious editing.
So somebody asked earlier what our favorite ghosts are. That one that was just on screen is probably my favorite.
When you could see him.
It's not enough.
Oh, there he is.
You mean discount pinhead guy?
Yeah.
Again, the makeup's good.
Yeah. He looks cool.
And like I said, I enjoy Matthew Lillard hamming it up. But why is this edited like this?
Look behind you.
But I also wonder how much this is the original intention, or if this is shot more normally and then frantically edited like this in post. Like I can't tell. And now he's getting visions of his death. Spoiler alert.
I've noticed that before. That's interesting.
I'm gonna be really surprised later when Matthew Lillard dies.
Like we were surprised that he turns out to be someone else.
Seeing that guarantees it's going to happen later in the movie.
Okay. I just saw it, and it's gonna happen later.
But you're only saying that because you know you've already seen it, so you know it's happening.
I had that first viewing. I was like, oh, he just saw his own death. Okay, and then okay, that happened. Like, I don't know why they showed me that. So I'm guessing Noah had a better first viewing of this movie just because he was only watching it with John. Is the vibe I'm getting.
I mean, I didn't remember anything about that viewing. I might have fallen asleep during that, to be honest. That might have been one of the sleepy Noah ones.
Okay, but okay, this is the stuff I'm talking about where Matthew Lillard's like, oh, if the ghosts are out, screw the kid. We got to get Heidi. I think the movie's framing it like, oh, see, he's morally gray. And I'm like, no, he's right. I still like him more than this family. Oh, here's the big scene. I think this is. I mean, for the record, I'm not like this pissed off for the first 40 minutes or so watching this week. This is when I start to check out. This is where I'm like, I'm done with this movie. God, I'm getting sick of it by this point.
This sucks.
On paper, this could be creepy.
No, it's loud noises. It's scary.
This movie is so loud. It's like every loud jump scare that's annoyed you in a movie. It's just what half of this movie is. It's just loud jumps. That's it.
Oh,
there's some
okay,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. So I've actually seen that effect done well in things.
Okay.
And be effective. So it's not like that's a bad tool. That's just bad in everything that you see it in.
And like the kid's upside down for a second because that's creative. They flip the.
This is, I will say, this is kind of like the horror equivalent of shaky cam in an action movie.
Yes.
I would like to be able to see what's happening.
Also, do you like how we're cutting back and forth between these two unrelated scenes?
Yeah, it's showing the characters in being in danger. They're going through a similar thing.
But each scene is paced so differently that they don't work together. And I can't connect with or follow either one.
We're juxtaposing the scenes because they're thematically similar.
What do you mean you can't follow them? They're stuck in the hallway with the ghosts, and the ghost hunter got the rest of them out.
God, the scene. It's so bad. Noah, do you see what I'm saying? Why are we jumping back and forth?
Would you rather be watching Salem's Lot right now?
Possibly.
Are you serious?
Okay.
I don't know if I'm with you on that. Well, and I haven't seen that Salem's Lot, so I can't say. But
like I said, I won't say this is worse than the Fog remake. This is at least more interesting. That bumps it up.
Yeah, this isn't bland. This movie has character to it.
Isn't as boring as that. But we've also discussed before, sometimes, depending on the movie, I'll take a boring movie over something that's annoying.
It's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
I think more often than not, I will remember something like this more.
Even though you didn't first viewing.
Yeah, but I was sleepy.
More exposition.
I'll even remember something like, Jan de Bont's The Haunting more than the Fog remake, because, that was at least his vision. It sucked.
It also has like moments that are memorable, whereas the Fog is the only thing I remember about that is the ending, because I'm going, really? That's what we did?
The ending of the Fog is like the only batshit crazy moment of that movie, and that way more of that.
Yeah.
That commentary was worth it just for Noah's reaction to that moment.
Yeah.
Just 90 minutes were pointless.
That was unbelievable.
Sorry, Dylan. I missed this. It says fun fact: this film opened second in the box office behind the Kevin Spacey classic X-Pax, which I have not seen.
K-Pax.
Or K-Pax.
K-Pax. At
Learn how
least
to
Kevin
read, John.
Spacey isn't involved
Tony
in this movie.
Tony Shalhoub is so good in this movie.
I like Tony Shalhoub. He's trying. Oh look, we lost a person again. So much of this movie is also just screaming and running around looking. And I'm like, stop! I don't care about any of you. Sarah Harding.
I want to know this Arrow Kid story.
Right?
You got to buy the Blu-ray and watch the mockumentary.
Yeah.
It's probably
No, because they put a lot of back thought and backstory in all these ghosts. I don't think we've even met all of them yet.
Well, I can't tell because somehow it's edited.
Yep.
I didn't realize that the editing meant you couldn't see what was happening at all.
I just get lost.
I don't know where anyone is.
Yeah.
Everything looks the same.
That's the point. They don't know where they're at either.
It's not.
All right, but it's not easy to watch as a viewer. And like I said before, a lot of this also might be like personal preference. Like I can understand why this would be effective for someone, but it's not effective for me.
Also, the way it's shot, it's a lot of tight close-ups on people's faces, where you don't really get a good enough sense of the background.
This movie's very claustrophobic.
Yeah, and in my opinion, not in an effective
way. Not in like a creepy way.
Like
in kind of a disorienting, hard to follow way.
And then in sequences like this, I'm kind of losing sight of the money on screen, because for this last stretch of the movie, it feels like everyone's just running around the same hallway over and over again. Like, are they in different sets? I can't tell. Everything looks the same. That's part of the problem. It's losing the sense of geography, of just understanding where people are. There should be a more distinct feel with like what the basement ghost containment units look like than like the upstairs. Like, instead everything just kind of looks the same, and that's part of my issue with it.
For sure, I think it was also like because it was cutting back and forth between like people in two like separate areas of the house. I couldn't even really pick up on that earlier just because everything kind of looks the same. What I will say though, actually, also to bring the haunting up again, I'd say as cool as the production design in this movie is, I think I do prefer the haunted house and the haunting.
Me too.
Just like as a spooky haunted house, but like I kind of like what they're going for in theory with this.
Yeah. Again, on paper, I like the idea of a sequence like this, where like one character has the viewers and the other doesn't, and they have to guide them through.
Was it a movie I watched recently? Oh yeah, 20 weeks later has a scene kind of like this. That's one of the cool scenes in that movie.
God. And like I said, I feel like when we are jumping back and forth,
there's a new ghost we haven't seen before.
I think that's my favorite ghost.
That's probably the most disgusting one.
And then we just got Pinhead guy's face for reasons.
Just to remind you that he's still here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a jump scare. I assumed we were just jumping back and forth between different locations.
Robert's very salty tonight, John.
I'm very salty. I had a miserable experience watching this.
Yes,
but he's
Robert,
taking it out on us.
Like by this point in the movie, I'm pretty checked out, where I just don't care what's happening. I love Matthew Lillard though; he's trying.
I will concede that the dad does turn out to be an idiot. I forgot about this other woman. That's why I don't care that the Matthew Lillard thing isn't a twist, because when we get to the end of this movie, we're gonna have like 3 different twists all
Yep.
in the same time. We didn't need any more. Dylan, is Trick or Treat sequel one of those things we'll never see? I have no idea. I've only seen that
Maybe.
movie once.
I like
This
that
one
movie.
just
I guess that
sold
just
out.
depends on how much he wants to make it. I think he's just been busy. I know back in the day he had trouble getting funding for it, but I don't know. Once you make one of those Godzilla movies, just use 2 million you made off of that to make your Trick or Treat sequel.
Draven says, not gonna lie, this movie's making me want to watch Cabin in the Woods. It's a great movie.
I know I
Love
can
Cabin in the Woods.
I can kind of see it. It has similar vibes.
Especially with like the glass containers
Mhm.
with the different monsters.
I've always wondered if they were looking at this a little bit with that.
That's a good point. Oh look, oh yeah, we're still missing a family member.
He got electrocuted by the cut.
Oh no, she's attacking Tony Shalhoub.
Does she have sharp fingers?
I
So it's
guess.
clawing at people.
I mean, we established that when she attacked the daughter and like the claw marks.
God, fucking shut up, movie. Jesus.
Characters
doesn't
are
look that
reacting to something
scary.
in a suitable way, and Robert's like, "How dare you?"
No, it's like just jumping. God, it's such a mess. Ugh. It's just so jumbled and unfocused. I get it. This movie has a cult following. I know people like this.
Draven says, "I think Krampus not doing well killed Trick or Treat 2's chances of happening."
That's possible, but I don't know. Trick or Treat, like, it's enough of a cult thing, and like, I think they sell enough merchandise
Yeah.
off of it that somebody.
Everybody
But
also-
knows that little
also-
thing.
You know what holiday themed horror movies did really well recently? Terrifier 2 and 3.
Yep.
So could happen now.
Okay, so this is the scene where characters are yelling at Matthew Lillard for the stuff he's done, and I can't tell like whose side I'm supposed to be on. I feel
I'm
like
just
on
on
paper,
Matthew Lillard's side because Matthew Lillard.
but I feel like on paper he's meant to be more.
I mean,
like,
he's pretty
darker
consistently just out for
character.
himself. However you
Yeah,
feel
but I'm
about
rooting
that.
for him.
Well, but that's you bringing your own baggage to the movie, not the piece itself.
But it's also his charisma, the way he's playing it, and
yes,
directed.
because nobody that's ever been out for themselves is charismatic
No,
or
but it's
charming.
like but it's also the way he's framed and directed, where I'm like, can't. I feel like on paper this is meant to look.
It's like how the
sluggish.
lawyer. It's like how the lawyer in the original was framed and directed. You know, he's the good guy.
Okay, but the difference here is he's going to reveal at the end of it all, he is a good person.
Mhm.
He's just
Yeah.
misguided because he's been out on looking out for himself for so long. The movie is very consistent with his characterization and letting you decide how you feel about it.
I didn't know her. I didn't know she had. I think I'm supposed to be on Tony Shalhoub's side, and this is weirdly choreographed. Why are they laying down during this?
He fell when he hit it.
Yeah, but it looks goofy.
But also, Robert, like, I'm fine with. And usually, this is for.
Also, why wouldn't you
You
be
don't
on
really
Tony Shalhoub's side? If I remember right, they reveal it's his wife.
Yeah, I think they just said that.
Yeah.
But like, I like it when characters are complex and you can see both
yeah.
sides.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. really know how well it's done here, but that's also weird to see in a movie like this. I will say.
Yeah. My issues are just how it's executed.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, like I also like him because he's Matthew Lillard, but I'm gonna side with the guy that's upset that his wife has been used like this.
Yeah, and in my opinion, the movie has failed to get me on Tony Shalhoub's side or make him likable or interesting or rootable as a protagonist. Like, I just don't care about him. In my
So
opinion, that's my experience with it.
did we just see the headless ghost a second ago?
Yeah, but it's not from a lion, I think, because the lion never shows up. But we do see the headless guy for a second.
But I think we just saw him as they were flipping through the book. I don't think we've actually seen him in the movie.
We did for a second when we were montage
Okay.
editing.
Yeah, see,
'Cause
there you
there's not
go.
yeah.
It's a shame though, because these are all. I mean, I'm a broken record, but these are all really cool ghosts.
Yep, like
we
makeup's
don't
great.
see them for very
This
long.
Dylan says this film was made for the Mountain Dew Code Red generation. You're right. Tyler, the lady that plays Kalina plays Miss Honey in Matilda. I've never seen that.
And I'm with you, John, that having the mom be dead and integrating that into the plot like is a good addition. It's just some of this family drama stuff is just done a lot better in Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah, but again, I'm not comparing it to that because they're two different things.
And I'm
Whether
just judging it
whether you
what it's
say Hill
going
House,
for. Yeah,
but I'm glad you brought that up because what I was gonna say, regardless of what you feel about Tony Shalhoub, like his character, I'm indifferent at the end of the day. He's not my favorite character. I can still side with him, and then I would also be upset if I found out that my wife's ghost or whatever was used for this freak show experiment. You don't have to
absolutely.
like him to sympathize with him in that moment.
I agree. There's a lot of exposition in this movie. Noah, pop quiz. What's the goal? What is this building to?
It's they, they got to get the money, right? The treasure,
Yeah, we already
but
dealt
not
with
this
that.
movie.
No, that guy already died. He was here for the money, and then he got split in
Noah
half.
probably doesn't remember the twist.
I don't.
I just feel like I'd be more invested if we spent more time just hanging out in this house with this family before we started throwing scary shit at them. That's just my opinion. Like I said, we
Yeah.
speed run through the first act just to get to the crazy stuff.
If only this were a 9-hour miniseries.
And like I said, with the way it's edited, I would not be surprised if there's originally like a 2-hour cut of this movie that the studio makes them shave down to 90 minutes. Like that would explain a lot of the editing issues I have with this, to be fair. Which again is what happened with Event Horizon.
What's funny though is the original movie has the problem of uh, that house is very clearly haunted. They have so many opportunities to
Yep.
leave, and then in this one, it's like we don't spend enough time in the house or with the characters in downtime or anything.
We're here for 5 minutes and then they're locked in and can't leave. Shit's trying to kill them.
So basically, what I'm saying, Robert, is you don't know what you want.
Yep. What I'm
Damned
saying
if you
is
do,
I
damned if
don't
you don't.
love either version of 13 Ghosts is my takeaway from this experiment.
No, and I think I'm inclined to agree with you. I like this. I absolutely like this movie more than you do, but
You mean
it's
you
not
don't think it's the
perfect.
worst thing ever?
I don't
I
think
don't
it's the
think
worst thing ever. I said it's better than the Fog remake. I'll give it that. That's my high praise.
it's slightly better than shit, according to Robert.
I might say the Nightmare on Elm Street remake's better than this.
Oh, don't you
No,
even dare!
get
Don't you
out of
dare!
here with that.
It's a better edited movie than this. It's more tonally consistent.
Just
Again,
thinking of that
terrible
scene
movie.
where Nancy's in the convenience store and it's like cutting back and forth
That was
between
pretty good.
dream. Yeah.
That's an
It's
effective
more
moment.
tonally consistent. This isn't that tone. This isn't even tonally inconsistent.
I think this is a really goofy movie, but it's also real try hard to be edgy and gory.
Yeah, but you
and
can
cool.
be
That's
edgy.
mine.
But you can be edgy and goofy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those aren't mutually exclusive, I think.
but I feel like Matthew Lillard's in a different movie than everyone else is in,
But
which
that's
I'm
not
fine with.
tone.
Like he's hamming it up.
That's a character.
But I think he's. I don't think he fits. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this movie. I think it's a mess.
I'm just not seeing those problems that you're seeing.
And a lot of them are nitpicks. To be clear, it's
specifically with the tone.
Dylan
Like
says
I'm
if
with you
only
on
this
how
was
the
a
movie's
12
edited.
episode Scooby Doo show from the mid 80s. We can't get
Yeah,
away from it.
It's really funny too that show gets cut short at 12 episodes. You couldn't even get 8 episodes of Scooby Doo.
That's because the last Ghost was a big question mark.
Yeah. And last thing I'll say on that comparison is John was defending this earlier. Like, what? It's trying to be a scary movie. In my opinion, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake is a creepier movie. If that's how we're judging these.
And you say I'm the biggest Nightmare 2010 fan.
Again, terrible movie.
Dylan says this is a really goofy movie. Sir, Goofy is not in this film. Yeah, Robert, get the
I wish
fuck
he
out of
was.
here.
No, and I'll still probably put it. I'll probably begrudgingly put this over the Nightmare remake. This is
better than The Haunting, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010, and The Fog all together.
I mean, you could
debatably.
You can put
Not
Nightmare
even
2010.
debatably. The Haunting is more tonally confused than this movie.
That's probably true.
Robert, you can put Nightmare 2010 wherever you want on your list. We'll make fun of you for it, but you can do whatever you want.
Says the man that has it at number one.
Yeah, it's your favorite movie.
Now,
see, after this conversation,
Noah, tell me what's happening.
They're running with a glass.
He's trapping the ghost. Did you watch the movie?
I tried to. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Star Trek Insurrection.
Now, I do want to make it clear, because it does sound like I think this is the best movie ever. I do not. I just don't think it's the worst movie ever based on a bunch of nitpicks.
And I never said I think it's the worst movie ever. You were putting words in my mouth.
You're talking like it is.
I said I hated it and it was a miserable experience watching it. I never said it was the worst thing ever.
Jalen, this isn't quite an extremely goofy movie. Very poor choice of words, Robert.
If what I think is happening, this twist is a little reminiscent of the Fog remake, but it's not exactly the same thing.
Okay, what do you think is happening? Because I'm not putting the pieces together.
What do you think the twist is?
So, well, first of all, he's alive, but he's like working with. It's not, it's not the same thing because she's not like related to the villain.
In the Fog, it's the reincarnation. So he's not actually dead, and the lady that was like a ghost hunter or whatever is actually his like lover that's been working with him the whole time. And this has all been a plot from him by him to get Tony Shalhoub here because he is the 13th ghost.
Not yet,
Oh,
because Tony Shalhoub is still alive.
well, he will be the 13th ghost.
I wonder how well telegraphed this twist is. Rewatching it,
Do you think this movie's convoluted?
maybe a little bit.
So you did see that they do show the uncle earlier to show he's still around. It's just ambiguous if he's a ghost or not.
Right.
Okay.
The first time I watched this made me extremely sad.
It made me extremely sad because he's my favorite character in the movie.
Oof.
Fatality. Again, I hate the editing in this movie so much.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, but there's only I'm with you, but there's only so many ways we can say that over 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, I guess Noah's credit because he's a little confused. It is a little weird that he's wearing the same clothes from that night.
And the
Yes.
makeup.
I think he just sleeps in that. That's what he was wearing in the Will video as well. I think.
Well, it's not weird that he's wearing like the same outfit. It's weird that it's specifically the same bloody clothes.
Yeah,
from
no, he has the
night
same makeup on his neck to trick
Yeah.
the audience to think he's a ghost.
Yeah. Don't read from the book.
Dylan says, I am standing up in salute to Matthew Levin's passing. We appreciate it.
Rest in peace.
I do kind of wish we lived in a world where this could have been maybe a 2-hour movie and we got a little bit more with him and his wife, since that's the emotional
Yeah, and
crux of the film.
this is where I was getting the haunting flashbacks, where we go for a really cheesy, sentimental ending.
To be fair, though, this works better because he actually knew her from memory in the haunting.
That's true.
It's
No, and
Yeah.
what's her
Tony
name
Shalhoub-
talking to a bunch of ghosts that she's never met.
Yeah. And she's gonna kill the bad ghost with the good ghost.
It's like,
Yeah,
I think we can all
that's
put ourselves
absolutely
in.
worse than this.
I think we can all put ourselves in Tony Shalhoub's shoes in that scene. If you got a chance to see somebody that you lost, you would instantly become a sap and like start just falling apart.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying, like, based on my previous viewing and just this watch party, I had more fun making fun of the haunting than this. That's just my experience. This annoyed me than the haunting did. They're both. But
oh, I forgot about
Oh,
that.
shit.
Oh God.
Okay, no, that's like the bad thing from the first one.
Yeah. She got squished to death.
Also, that's a Saw kill. We watched it in the last one.
Yep.
Now this is where the movie loses me a little bit with the set piece that we're about to do.
Oh my god.
I think we should just watch this again so Robert can sigh every time something happens.
Well, my sighs indicate when a stupid edit happens. Just for the audience's benefit.
Tyler, is there any double features left you don't want to watch? Oh, I'm sure there are.
Oh, I think we haven't hit many of those.
See, and I wasn't even expecting this to be one of the painful ones. I mean, it's not that painful.
I'm having
for
a
me,
good time.
Yeah.
Robert's the one suffering.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm having more fun talking about it with you guys, but yeah, I had a miserable viewing of this. Especially by this point. By the back half of the movie, I'm completely checked out. I don't know what's happening. I don't care what's happening. It's obnoxious to look at.
What do you mean you don't know what's happening?
What is happening? Noah, what's happening?
Are these guys getting sacrificed to...
The kids are being put in danger so that he will sacrifice himself, become the 13th ghost, to power this machine so that the uncle can live forever.
As you do. It's very simple.
That is pretty convoluted. I'm not gonna lie.
And remember, first the uncle had to kill the guy's wife to be one of the ghosts. Yeah, remember that's an important step in this master plan.
I don't think he killed him. Killed her. It's just they took
I
her
thought he
ghost.
did.
That's what he was mad.
I don't remember.
Maybe
it's
hard.
He was still
they
alive.
Talked over it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Was that supposed to be a reveal when he takes the glasses off and still sees him?
Yes.
It's a reveal to Tony Shalhoub.
But why does that play like a reveal to us when we already
because
know?
This whole movie is the audience, knowing information that the characters don't know yet, that they will then play as a reveal.
To be fair, it could have gone either way, because there's nothing specifically saying that he's alive up until that point.
And that's why he has the makeup still.
Yeah. So like we know he's alive because we've seen the movie, and I think Robert and I were just automatically talking about it like we were. But there's nothing proving that until that moment, so it could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Also, I haven't really seen this guy much, but I think he's so good in this movie.
He's great.
He's so over the top.
Oh god, this scene. Fuck this movie. They did the record scratch. You assholes are telling me there's no tonal inconsistencies in this movie.
I don't think there is.
No, that's not a tonal inconsistency. Do you need to read the dictionary definition of what a tonal inconsistency is?
But I think this movie's been really try hard, cool and scary.
But again, I think you're reading too much into the try hard stuff. They just made a movie in the early 2000s.
That doesn't make me automatically like it. I also like the stuff with the nanny character. Is that early borderline racist shit where she's such a stereotype.
Yeah,
it's real bad.
I mean, she is the weakest character.
I don't know.
But also, that's what I would do if there's a giant machine that I don't know how to stop, but I need to stop it. I'm just gonna push buttons.
The record scratch sound
that
effect.
Looks so bad.
Like, that
yeah,
but
I don't think that's out of place, Robert, because I think this is a goofy movie. This is a silly movie.
Yay, Matthew Lillard's back. This is
This is the level of the video game where you fuck it up and you watch your character get sliced to pieces.
Oh god. I'm just not giving the movie a pass because, well, it's early 2000s. It's like that doesn't automatically make me like those tropes or dislike movies that have some of them. It's just a lot of stuff.
No, but I mean, I think you're being exceptionally hard on the movie for just being a movie from the 2000s.
No, so I'm just saying that, like,
I don't agree.
I don't think it's being try hard just because it's doing those tropes. Just because everything was doing those tropes.
But it's the hyperactive editing and the makeup and the gore and stuff where I think they think they're making a more intense movie than it actually is. But that's just my experience with it. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, for sure.
The house done exploded.
I've never heard the director talk about this movie, so I never.
Yeah,
really,
I have no idea what they were going for.
I don't know their intentions with this.
I do kind of wish I had my DVD. I'd love to watch the commentary on this, if there is one.
Well, you know, this director made a total of one other movie.
And this is his, believe me, this is the better of the two.
And again, this shit's just not earned for me at all. This family stuff, like, I need to spend way more time with them at the start
It's like,
to get to care.
that dad
For
hasn't
sure.
earned the right to care about his children.
That's right.
No, I see. We didn't spend enough time with them as a family, though.
This whole movie, they've
fair.
been split up running around this house.
Yeah,
We
like
haven't
we
developed
as
any
a
of his
we
relationship.
as an audience should be able to care more.
No, I mean, that is a shortcoming. That's not what I come to this movie for. So I don't care. This is also like a 3 out of 5 at best.
And this is the scene we leave this movie on. God.
But she's the comic relief. She's so funny.
Oh. I thought Matthew Lillard
funny.
was the comic relief.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Vital.
Goodbye, everyone. Go.
Okay, I am going to complain about this. So, Robert, this is where I will give you a tonal inconsistency. This is
That's
not
no
the
way we
song. This is not the song that should be playing during the credits of this movie. That is try hard.
I don't know. I like it.
Shut up, Noah.
None of us can agree on anything.
All
That's
right.
what I mean.
If you're watching after the fact, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Check out the Patreon, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys on the next one.